Lion Fortress. Blaze has quite the name to live up to, especially after their last game. Can Blaze relive that? Or will Xerjoff continue their win streak?
That's what remains to see here. Xerjoff looking for some sort of offstage play once again. Scythe, much to be expected of that. But over to the Gauntlet says he's not really feeling into Blaze's spear. He's just so confident here, going for the side 6 man. We saw him using that against Eve in our previous set a couple sets ago. But Xerjoff going for a side 6 of his own. Gravity cancels it off the side, manages to push Blaze off, finally getting some sort of space back into this game, but misses it down there. It's going to lead to a punish. That's going to be a second one as well. Blaze closes it off, and he has been immaculate with the edge guarding the set and this tournament as well.
God, Blaze makes Spear off stage. Spear off stage is good. He makes it really live up to its potential. He makes it look so fantastic. There's been quite a few times, not only just now when we saw Xerjoff have a hard time getting back to stage, but also earlier when they were fighting Eve. There were so many times when their opponent just couldn't make it back to stage because Blaze is so good with waiting out and placing these dares. Xerjoff, on the other hand, is pretty good at placing these recoveries, but maybe not as good at preventing this extra credit. Because currently, Blaze just needs a few more hits to knock him off stage, and we could be seeing these down air extensions try in place. Blaze whipping a side stick for the first time in 14 years. Xerjoff could have what it takes to try and keep his feet on the floor and remain calm, but no, we're having more dares from Blaze. How does he make it look so easy?
This is what peak performance looks like, as some would say. What if we use 100% of range? Well, that is Blaze on Spear right now, man. And Xerjoff is just trying to find anything here. Weapon throws, whatever he can get to extend this stock of his, to make sure to get back into this game somehow. But Blaze is not making it easy, man. A couple edgewards hit here and there, but nothing big. Ground pound might lead to something. Dodges through weapon toss, nothing ventured, nothing gained here. Or Xerjoff picks up the gauntlets. This is going to be a decent, probably anything big to make it off. Blaze's stock. Just trying to run away. Trying to get anything. He's just getting pushed off stage, man. He's on the wall. Half of this game, I feel like Xerjoff has spent just sitting on the wall, getting endlighted there by Blaze. Once again, Xerjoff managed to fight back a bit, but maybe too little, too late. Sidelights there.
Job on the back foot in game 1. Recovery doesn't quite send. D-Light misses. Blaze is missing by a few.
Again.
Confirmed. Put a dare into weapon throw is not a bad way to start off this set. Kicking us off with a 1-0. It is now up to Xerjoff to try and answer. And I think we're either swapping off of Scythe or we're changing how we're playing Scythe, because I don't think you can really challenge Blaze off stage, at least not in this stage. How does he make it look so easy as Xerjoff? Yeah, no, taking a second to pick a character. You can notice how little damage they did and how much damage Blaze does on the Spear. Goodness gracious, good luck. Xerjoff.
Incredible, yeah.
Yeah, Xerjoff, I think what characters they pick, or more importantly, how they play the characters is more important. But what character they pick might be pretty important, because I don't think they can really go for Scythe unless they plan on playing Grounded Scythe, which is definitely very different. And if you're used to playing offstage Scythe, Grounded Scythe can be very hard to get used to. So if you plan to not challenge Blaze off stage, then you're definitely going to want to stick with your grounded options, whatever that might be for you. And we also could be having a quick little reset from Xerjoff, so it might take us a little bit more time to get into the game. But that also just means that Xerjoff is still here to play. We almost had even stocks, but I just I'm still not over that. I'm still kind of hung up on it. How does Blaze make these ledge guards look so easy? It looks like it's as easy as just waiting out for the dare, and that's all you need. He makes it look so simple.
I don't understand, man. I'm trying to pick that up for myself, being a Spear player of my own. But I have no idea, man. Mishima Dojo, Demon Knight, and Apocalypse on the cards, but I don't think Blaze cares. Pretty much, he just goes back to Apocalypse. Just like, yeah, I'll take on the same map. Doesn't matter. I'm just comfortable anywhere. Like, fate swap up, but I don't know if it's gonna do much. Maybe the orb will be able to zone him out a bit better, considering that the gauntlets could not really get in there. They couldn't achieve that close range, that stack performance that you would want as a gauntlets player. Blaze just managed to stay away, keep the footsies up, and just get Xerjoff completely off of his case. And now the scythe into the sword, once again starting off. Nice little dodge read, quick 3Ps, but not much else, and Blaze just answers back immediately and gains stage control off of it as well. Which is the big part, man. Like, the damage rates might be even, like, sometimes they're not, but they might be even at some points. But it's just the Blaze gets the hits in situations where they give him the stage control, they give him the advantage, just like that. Xerjoff pushed off super far away, and Blaze looking for the edge guard, no down air to be found. Xerjoff just looking for something big. Barely doesn't make it off of the stage here. Recovery gets into the wall. But this is big here. Damage coming through and signs of life coming from Xerjoff. That's going to be a big punish. Side to connect. Orb in play. Ensig not going to go well for him. Down air in play. And that's the reset connecting. Xerjoff only has one option, only has one place to go. And Blaze knows exactly how to cover it. The lead goes to him.
Still, this game is looking a lot better of a start for Xerjoff, as all it might take is just one more approach, one more KO opportunity to shut that out, hold the side Sega, try and make the projectile step a little bit farther. Blaze still keeping up some of the juggles, chip damage adding up fast. Side sig almost sends and puts him in a disadvantaged spot, and Blaze is continuing to actually catch more options. You use the dares to show how good you are with catching low recoveries, so then you can use your D-Light to catch high recoveries. Blaze has this edge guard all figured out down to a science, but
oh no, that's a recovery gone.
Edge guard, yes, he can. Blaze currently in, I think this is some of the best we've seen him play in years.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out how this guy's in the loser's bracket. What the hell happened to him? Because he is absolutely on fire right now. He's just going for the disrespect. It's what a double D-Light that we saw earlier. Xerjoff had his dodge. Blaze knew that. He just went for the call out. And it didn't work out, but it doesn't even matter, man. He's out here just going for it. Xerjoff looking for the thing of his own, not getting anything just yet. GC D-Light Grandpa not going to be enough weapon throw, manages to get Blaze to come back to the stage. Now weapon advantage once again in his favor. Bit of damage onto him, but it doesn't even matter. He has 2 stocks to work with Graffiti, and he just doesn't stop. He just keeps going. Xerjoff gets a lot of damage off of there as well. He's just trading blow for blow here. Finally finishes it off. But he is in such a bad spot. I don't know if he'll make it back.
He's dancing around. Now that Xerjoff has Scythe in hand, gotta say, might be looking pretty good to make it back if they're able to build up enough damage. I mean, they have learned their lesson. They're playing Scythe very grounded, and they're able to make it work. But still, we have quite a few juggles coming out from Blaze. Blaze also just makes the spear flow chart look so easy. Low recover, dare. High recover, D-Light. On stage, whatever. Above stage, nair juggle. It makes the flow chart look so easy. I mean, the flow chart isn't really too, that's coming from a spear player myself. The spear flow chart isn't too hard, but still, Xerjoff is evening out damage. Blaze drops spear or sword. Sidelight does not even send off stage, but a Sair does. The weapon throw misses, and Blaze does not have a spear to stomp out that edge guard.
Oh no!
Blaze but Xerjoff takes us to a 1-1, just barely clutching it out. But I'm not sure how easy that would be to repeat. Xerjoff has to start finding the lead now.
I believe he found the solution, honestly. I think that right there, that Ensig, is the embodiment of what Xerjoff needs. He needs to find those quick KO options, those big hits that are going to be the decisive factor in him taking this game. Because this is what he lacked in the winner's brackets set that we saw, and this is what he was lacking in the game 1 that we just saw. Is that ability to KO, that ability to end a stock, not let his opponent extend for too long and get extra damage onto him. And finally gets into this last game, will be able to adapt it and make sure to use that as a consistent weapon, as a consistent tool to finish off stocks in this one. Starting off on the scythe. Some big strings already coming out. Off-stage engagement. Blaze dodges through a recovery. Xerjoff not getting anything bar a bit of damage. But Blaze looking to make that right back with his edge guard. Recovery not connecting, but the side stick. Gravity cancel does connect. Blaze, you're looking for a fight, looking for a scrap, and he's getting the hits that he needs. Xerjoff getting nared after a weapon throw, gets the recovery of his own. Just looking for the KO on the orb again. Nair, or rather recovery, sorry, not connecting. Blaze looking for his own, disarmed. Xerjoff no weapon either though. Recovery is a go. Sidelight, sider, off stage, G-light there. Xerjoff has nothing to come back.
One thing to note though, Xerjoff is actually really starting to push Blaze onto Sword a lot more often. Granted, some of that is to make sure that Blaze is able to touch down on second stock with Sword, with Spear. So sometimes you gotta play a little bit on your secondary or your offhand to make sure that when you do get knocked out, you have Spear primed and ready to get the going soon enough. But no, Xerjoff is actually making that a little bit more difficult. He probably caught on him. No, we actually had Sword double down. What is this? Xerjoff has pushed Blaze almost completely off of Spear now. What is happening?
My guess is it was just he just primed it accidentally while looking to weapon serve Xerjoff. Doesn't even matter though. He says pain of the sword is using the spear. Look at this! Look at this N6! Xerjoff has nothing to make it back! And Blaze just taking a dominant 2-1 stock lead. Clean stock pretty much as well. Barely a scrap onto it. And now, again, primes the sword. As you said, Xerjoff figures out his spear, he just switches to the other weapon. And now he's gonna figure him out all over again, from the start, from zero. And he is not at that level yet. He is not in that Blaze. He is not that guy, pal. And just looking for some sort of offstage engagement. Finally gets the recovery, no ground foot to follow up. Blaze 2 clean with a dodge. And Xerjoff just trying to figure something out, just going for those recoveries, but the reads are not coming through for him. Blaze is too slippery, he is too elusive, and he is absolutely in control of this game. And Xerjoff just getting painted out, they're not punished. And like doubles up on, maybe looking for the triple, no side stick, not gonna connect, just another bait though. He knows he can cover himself. He knows that Xerjoff does not have the movement, does not have the ability to punish those as quickly as Blaze can dish them out. And that's the end, like GC, probably to end off the stock. Xerjoff looking to look back with the bait out on the weapon throw, gets the dodge, gets him set up for the sider, confirms the stock, confirms the game, and we are looking at set game for Blaze here.
A lot of pressure on Xerjoff right here as Xerjoff actually put Blaze on the back foot for a little bit, got him to adapt, and like you said, he was able to throw Blaze off kilter a little bit. Had to have him spend a little bit more time on Sword because Xerjoff was recognizing, okay, now you have it double down, now you have this prime, you have that prime, and I'm going to throw you off. I'm going to KO you here, or I'm going to wait a bit, I'm going to start this weapon. So Xerjoff really got in and really did some dirty work to try and make sure that they have an advantage in the set against Blaze. And that's honestly, you need everything you can get. While Blaze is currently playing some of the best we've ever seen this man play. So Xerjoff, very impressive, but also pretty impressive to see Blaze really overcome that and just out-adapt Xerjoff. So there's actually a lot of pressure on this Ref to try and find something new, because the last trick you tried, the last thing that you pulled out of your pocket, I mean, it worked for a little bit, but not really long enough. Right now, you're on a tournament game, buddy. You gotta find something new to work, or else Blaze is stomping his way right in the top 4 and might be crowd favorite. Dude, I don't know, maybe take the whole thing? Xerjoff, dude, you gotta find something now.
It's nothing, man. There's nothing he can get. They just keeps on poking away with the spear. That's gonna be a big punish, but it's not enough. He needs more, and those side stick, that side stick is just too fast from Blaze. Finally catches dodge, finally gets some bail, some relief, and the recovery gonna get a bit of follow through. But the side stick, once again, he's just throwing him out like it's candy on Halloween. Blaze stuck a couple days in the past. Happy Halloween indeed. But Blaze not gonna be too happy about that. Looking to get this done quickly, looking to end it. Xerjoff fighting back. Life in him yet. But I will see how much more as this is it. This is what he needs to do. Because he's slowing it down a bit. And Light picked up, nothing started off of that. Blaze not wasting his dodge, and that just goes for an air to cover himself. Now the recovery starting something up. Edge control once again for Blaze. Xerjoff pushed off. Just so tough, man. It's so hard to stay on top of it when you're constantly missing that stage control. You're missing that crucial space that you need here to zone out the spear, to get your movement off. You're constantly limited on the options that you have. Xerjoff finally managed to get his feet on solid ground, gets a good dodge read. No read there on the up down on the 50-50. Gets a nice reverse there, and that's a big recovery. Blaze might be looking to go down here. Ground pound gets it, touch off the stage, but not enough to get back. Blaze falls, and finally a lead for Xerjoff. He's finally able to catch a break. Oh my goodness! He's going for something ridiculous.
Send as Xerjoff is making this game 5 look really possible. I said you need to find something now, and I think he found it. Side sig though almost shuts him out. Weapon throw also closes out the dreams, but bro's not going to close their eyes just yet. We are staying wide awake to try and make this second stock last as long as possible. Get that extra credit. But we get one of the questions wrong. Now we got to go over to the what we're hoping is not the final exam, and that we got one more credit after this. Can Xerjoff get this KO? Blaze has been really solid with the sword right now, giving it a very, very hard time for Xerjoff to try to broach. Fate can't find her way in. It's currently an unarmed Xerjoff is at the hand of mercy against Blaze on sword. Orb in hand, though, could be able to outdistance the sword. Nair sends up. Another one sends. Digs for another one. Nair sends to the side. Dodges out of the weapon throw. Are we seeing a delay ground pound? No spear, so no dares. The Nair doesn't quite send up. Delay Blaze is starting whipping a lot more. And Surge is so hard for this recovery to send. As Blaze using a bit of fancy platform tech to try and bait him out of anything. Uses a dodge to beat him out, but it's the delay recovery. Blaze moves on to top 4.